On Wednesday, the United States hit an exceptionally grim milestone with COVID-19. We had more than 3,100 Americans die from the virus on Wednesday alone. More than 100,000 active COVID-19 hospitalizations across the United States. In certain areas, hospitals are once again at capacity with COVID patients, meaning they cannot take in any other person. So if you have a car accident, a heart attack, appendicitis, you're out of luck because we have let the virus win. Trump has allowed the virus to win. So what was he doing on Wednesday? On this, the most horrific day of the pandemic since it began? Like, Wednesday was the worst day so far ever. Until Thursday's numbers come in, maybe those were worse. And then God only knows what's going to happen once we get into next week when the Thanksgiving numbers start revealing themselves. That's going to be horrifying. But so far, Wednesday takes the cake. So what was Trump doing at the time? Well, he did a 46-minute temper tantrum that he posted to Facebook as a video about voter fraud that doesn't actually exist. Democrats have said it doesn't exist. Republicans have said it doesn't exist. His own lapdog attorney general has said it doesn't exist. But he is still out there whining and crying about an election that he lost over a month ago as Americans are just dropping dead from this virus that he did nothing to protect us from. Nothing. What was Kayleigh McEnany, White House press secretary, doing at the time? Oh, she was holding a press conference talking about how great Trump's handling of the pandemic has been, as 3,100 Americans were dropping dead. And she said that we should actually call it the Trump vaccine because he did it. He had nothing to do with any of it, but she wants it named after him. No, the virus should be named after him. There is no pinning this on other countries. This is definitely not the China virus. This is the Trump virus. This is the failure of Republican government virus, really. Because this is what happens when you slash and burn and cut the government and put all of the emphasis on private industry to help us. We have hospitals over capacity. We have a patchwork of rules and regulations that red states are not enforcing, blue states are enforcing to a degree for the people, but not for themselves. So that's pissing the people off. Nobody knows what the hell they're doing. No state's doing it right at this point, really. It's all willy-nilly, but it all flows from the top. It all flows from the top, and this is all a gigantic failure of Donald Trump. There is no other way to slice this. You cannot say that this is because of, DeSantis down here in Florida, or that it's because of Newsom over in California or Cuomo up in New York. They've all done bad jobs with it. They really have. Some worse than others. But it ultimately flows from the top. There have been no national policies, no national safeguards put in place to protect the country. And so it's getting worse. It's getting worse even as we look on the horizon and we see that these vaccines are going to be ready soon. Now, it's going to take months and months and months, at least 6 to 7 months, to really roll these out in a way that's going to, get us to herd immunity, I guess. But they're there. But thousands and thousands of people are not going to make it there because of how mismanaged this thing is now. And again, if we think Wednesday's numbers are bad, which they're the worst they've been so far, again, just wait. We are now, 9 days past Thanksgiving. So the incubation period for people who contracted it, the millions of people who were flying over that long weekend, the incubation period is coming to be over and the virus is emerging. We're going to see some horrific numbers, possibly starting today. In fact, what we saw Wednesday with just some of the overall increase in total numbers, not necessarily the deaths or hospitalizations, that is also some from Thanksgiving. But over the next few days, you watch, it's going to get so much worse because people can't follow simple directions because, God forbid, their lives be a little inconvenienced for a while. The longer you don't comply, the longer you refuse to wear a damn mask, the more you insist that everything is okay and you're not going to let this hinder your life, the longer we have to deal with it. I don't understand how you morons don't get that yet, because yeah, I am sorry. If you're out there and you're in public and you're not wearing a mask, or if you insist that I've got to go to a restaurant, oh, I just have to travel, I have to get out, the walls are closing in. Yeah, they're closing in for all of us, trust me. But if you're one of the people that goes out there and just says, to hell with it, I'm doing this anyway, you're an idiot. You're screwing over everybody else. And more importantly, you're helping to send thousands of Americans to an early grave.